What's happening, people? Hope you're all well. So remember, this advice is coming from a complete stranger online, and you should take responsibility and you should be sensible when betting in the markets. So we have Artur Beterbiev facing Callum Smith, and this is going to be taking place on Saturday. Now, many people out here are saying that Callum Smith is going to lose. In fact, the majority of people think this is going to be a win for Artur Beterbiev. I'm going to stop moving now. We'll sit here where the hats are at. I'm just working out at the moment. I'm just kind of chilling. I'm working out, but I thought, let me just quickly make this video because this is a video that's been on my mind for a while. Anyway, back to the video. I kind of went on a little detour there. So, Artur Beterbiev goes in as a favourite. Now, house wins 99.5% of the time. So, when we're trying to penetrate the house, when we're looking for that 0.5% where house gets it wrong, or when something is mispriced in the market, we need to look for certain things. And when I see Artur Beterbiev as a 5-1 on favourite, and I see Callum Smith 2-7 against, this is with paddy power, and I'm willing to bet that the odds on other markets, on other bookmakers, is pretty similar. We need to look at a few things here because I think that this here is potentially mispriced by the market, and I see potential for penetration of the market because Callum Smith is a power puncher. Callum Smith is a big man. He's 6'3". I'm just getting the box recs up. Callum Smith. Callum Smith is 6'3". Callum Smith has a pretty long reach. Callum Smith was big at super middle, and he's still big at light heavy. Callum Smith is punching harder now than he did before. So, in my opinion, I'm just getting Artur Beterbiev, his box rec up. So, in my opinion, this fight right here, Callum Smith has some pros. You know, he has some pros that, in my opinion, convert into attributes that can cause Artur Beterbiev issues. And it is of my opinion that Artur Beterbiev, you know, when we're looking at potential upsets, we got to look at the favourite's weaknesses, the underdog's strengths, and whether the underdog, his strengths have a realistic chance of being able to manifest themselves against the favourite, keeping in mind the favourite's weaknesses. So I see, when I look at Callum Smith's strength, I look at his size, I look at the fact that he's a big man even at 175. I look at the fact that he hits hard. I look at the fact that he's 6'3". I look at the fact that he's only lost once in a fight that was, you know, I don't know what happened in that fight, you know, if you catch my drift. And, you know, he's never shown himself to have weak whiskers. And then you look at the fact that he's versatile. He can fire on the inside, fire on the outside. You look at the fact that he seems to be hitting harder now. He's at 175. You look at the fact that but then you look at Artur Beterbiev. You look at the fact that Artur Beterbiev is the shorter man. You look at the fact that Artur Beterbiev is 38 years old. You look at the fact that Artur Beterbiev was hurt in his last bout against Anthony Yard. You look at the fact that Artur Beterbiev was hurt and dropped by Callum Johnson. And you look at the fact that when a fighter is older, you know, 38 years old, yeah, a fighter can perform well in their 30s, but the problem is, you see, the decline can happen very rapidly in the 30s range. So a fighter could be 25, you know, they're performing great. 29, they're still performing great. 31, still performing great. 32, still performing great. 33, 34, 35. And then from 35 to 36, you could see a massive drop, as an example. It tends to happen very rapidly, almost overnight. And so what I'm saying is that although Artur Beterbiev, rightly so, is going in as a favourite, I see scope for Callum Smith having a realistic chance of winning the fight. And when we're looking at scoring, you know, when we're looking at underdogs that are live, I see a live underdog here. I see a live underdog in Callum Smith, in my opinion. Because as I say, Callum, when we're looking at the underdog strength, well, one of them is he can punch. Callum Smith is a legit power puncher. Artur Beterbiev has shown he can be hurt, has shown he can be dropped. Callum Smith is how old? I think he's 33 years old. Let me just refer back to BoxRec. Callum Smith is... I don't think it actually shows his age on BoxRec, but so I think Callum Smith's about 33 years old. Artur Beterbiev is 38 years old. When you look at the fact that Callum Smith could keep it long. He could keep it long. Artur Beterbiev's got the shorter arms. He's the shorter man. So if Callum Smith decides to keep it long and clinch, there's a chance he can do that, at least for some of the fight. Although Artur Beterbiev, I believe, will be better on the inside than Callum Smith, it's not against the realm of possibility that Callum Smith could hurt Artur Beterbiev on the inside. So anyway, Artur Beterbiev, I believe, Callum Smith as a 7-2 underdog against, I believe he is a live underdog, and it is definitely worth, as part of your betting portfolio, to have Callum Smith winning the fight as part of your portfolio. I believe you should, or I believe you should seriously consider. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm a complete stranger online. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but I believe that Callum Smith is a live underdog, and it is definitely worth considering having Callum Smith to win the fight as part of your betting portfolio. Anyway, what do you guys make? What do you guys make of it? Do you think that there's any credence to what I'm saying here? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. And with that, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you on the next one.